What's going on, everyone? This is Mike Colleen again. Okay, so we're back. So from the last clip, you learned that when they love bomb you and you fall for that, you actually, especially initially, you fall in love from your heart with yourself because it's a mirror. Okay, now I'm going to do this. This is going to be you and this is going to be them. I'm going to explain what they're doing to you because the love bombing phase, it is good that you do love yourself, but you don't know that consciously. Consciously, what you're taught is that you don't love yourself. And usually you're taught that by narcissists throughout your lives, okay? So that's another story. But so the good news is deep down on an unconscious level, you actually do love yourself. Now, here's the messed up part where the narcissist now takes that and they twist it. That's what this video is about, okay? Now, I'm going to repeat some phrases you've heard before, but I'm going to add something to it, to each piece. So number one, they're going to mirror you. Okay. Now I'm sure you've all heard of that, but there's a goal. Okay. So the goal is, well, let me explain it first and then I'll explain the goal. So they're going to mirror you. All right. They're going to mirror you. So well, why is that? When you mirror someone, your unconscious mind thinks that that mirror is you. See, that's the thing about mirroring. In NLP, they teach us something called matching and mirroring. Okay, if you were to mirror me, let's say I raised this hand, you would raise the same hand on the same side. If I were to match it, it would be on the other side. We're doing the same thing, but on the opposite side. So when you match someone, they know that you're the one speaking. When you mirror someone, they think that they're speaking on an unconscious level. All right? And that's why mirroring is so dubious, okay? So what happens is when someone mirrors you, their unconscious mind believes that that's actually them. And what does that do? It gains trust. That's why it's called, you use matching and mirror to gain rapport. So you're gaining trust. Why? Because the goal, the number one goal, the first goal is to get you to open up emotionally. When you're on, okay, so what is your unconscious mind? Your unconscious mind is connected to your body and your emotions. So you literally open up emotionally and you just blindly trust them. That's why they mirror you. Is number one, they have to gain your trust. Okay, so the goal in doing that is to get you to open up. So that's number one. Number two is love bombing you. Well, so what they do is they gain rapport to gain trust so that you open up. And number two, they fill you with love, tons and tons of love. They buy you things, they take you places, they buy you dinner, they tell you you're beautiful and wonderful and compliment you and all that stuff, right? So you feel this wonderful thing. So all of a sudden you're like, wow. Because not only are they love bombing you, but they're love bombing you in a way that you like. And again, it's another form of mirroring, okay? So here's the part about that is they bring in their flying monkeys. They start introducing you to key people. These are flying monkeys. And guess what they're going to be doing? They're all going to be mirroring you. This is why they call it the house of mirrors. Or excuse me, the haunted house of mirrors. Everyone mirrors you and all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is, man. And you feel like, wow, I've met my group of people. This is my clan, right? Well, this house of mirrors will turn in a second, and that's step number 4, okay? So when they love bomb you, what is the goal? Well, they fill you up with love, but what's the goal? The goal is to get you addicted like you're addicted to heroin. You have so much trust. You're like, wow, I really like this person. And all of a sudden you're getting all this love. You're getting all treated well. They're buying you things. You get all these compliments. Oh, you're the greatest person in the world. Oh, you're the best in the world at what you do. You know, you're so smart. I mean, they just pour it on and you're just feeling this love. And then the house of mirrors, everyone's loving you. Oh yeah, isn't he great? He's just a wonderful person, right? Well, they're all going to turn on you. Okay. So the goal of that is to get you addicted. That is an essential requirement. Number one is the trust to get you open up. Number two, once you're open, they got to fill you with all those good feelings to get you addicted. All right. Now, part of this is, the next step, number 3, is ego compliments. They're going to compliment you and tell you you're wonderful and you're beautiful. And they're going to introduce you to people and they're going to say, oh, so-and-so's the best in the world at what they do. They this or they that. My last narcissist over-complimented me so much to one person. I looked at the person kind of like, oh, geez, sorry. I didn't say sorry, but I wanted to because it was embarrassing. It was over the top. And as we walked away, I said, well, why didn't you just tell him I was Jesus Christ and I walk on water? I'm like, well, that'd be a little over the top. I said, oh, you think? Because it was, God, everything is over the top. Why are they doing this? So the third step, their goal is to get you from being inside your body and your emotions in yourself to get you up into your ego to escape your emotional system. So now you're in your ego just like they are. Now, here's the goal. The goal of this is to get you to start going external to look for compliments, to look for love, to look for approval. This is narcissistic approval. This is what they call narcissistic supply. They're essentially turning you into them, right? And what they're doing is they're making you focus externally, which means when they're around, you're focused on them. And if you give anyone else attention when you're around them, they're going to punish you. And they're going to make it really clear, no, you only give me attention, right? The bigger part of this goal of the ego compliment is to get you in the ego. So you leave this down here, okay? So now you're separated from yourself. Now you're slowly becoming dissociated, all right? So now you're not connected to your emotions and feelings. Well, what is an empath? We're connected to our emotions and feelings. That's who we are. That's what we do. Well, that's what they don't like. And the other thing is, once they get you up here, so they're going to do a trick right now. So they're mirroring you, they're love bombing you, and everything is wonderful, and everyone in the group, the flying monkeys. But what the narcissist will do is they'll turn and then they'll to evil basically, and they'll stab you once or twice, and they'll watch and see how you react, because they want to make sure that you are hooked and addicted like a heroin addict to this love bombing. Because here's what happens. Now, this is really the sick, devious part of this. And there's another piece that's just as bad. Your unconscious mind believes that this mirror is you. That's how the unconscious mind works when someone's mirroring it. It thinks that everything that it's saying is the unconscious mind saying it. During a 5-week NLP training in Hawaii, one of the things they said is you do not mirror someone when they sign a contract. Here's why. Because it's not ethical, it's not ecological, it's not right. Because when you say something, their unconscious mind believes that they're the one that's thinking it, and they even on an unconscious level think that they're saying it. Okay? So you need to match someone when you sign a contract. Now, one of the problems is they'll come back later and go, I don't remember signing that contract. What are you talking about? I mean, that literally can happen. Or they'll come back like, I don't remember, this and that. Or they'll come back like, well, why did I agree to that? And you'll have all kinds of complications. So it's not ethical or ecological for anyone. Here's my point. Your unconscious mind starts to think that this mirror is you. So number one, they've gained rapport, so you trust it blindly. Number two, you've opened up emotionally. Number three, you're hooked like a drug addict. So you start to think that this is you. Now, here's where the sick part is, because there is an ultimate goal here. I'm not going to get to it. That's number 5. So we're going to get to number 4. So they're going to hurt you on purpose to see how you react first. They're testing you, all right? If you put up your barrier, then they're like, oh shit, I don't have them hooked yet. I need to gain rapport. I got to mirror them more, and I got to love bomb them more, and I got to get them hooked like a heroin addict. Once they are hooked on this mirror, once you are hooked on that mirror, then the mirror turns. So they turn and they become evil. Now remember how the phrase goes, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all? Well, that mirror is going to tell you whatever you want to hear. That's what the narcissists are doing. And they'll do it for months and months and months, right? Once you are hooked, it turns, and it turns evil. And they will test you to see, because here's what they're trying to do. And the last step, the ego compliments, they're trying to get you up here. Why? Because now you're going external for love. Now you're looking to them for love, for compliments, to make you feel good externally. Now you need someone else to tell you if you're a good person, if you're bad, and to make you feel loved. And that's what that's there's even a more evil goal after this. So it's a little complicated. So it's really not complicated. There's real simple. They're trying to get you out of here and get you looking external now. And then what they start to do is, now that you're external, they start to stab you in the solar plexus and in the heart and chest area, in the gut area, with cut downs, with negative remarks. They'll embarrass you in front of their friends, people you just met. They'll really, so what they're doing is they're stabbing you in your emotional area. Now that you're up here, you don't want to go down there, just like a narcissist. How is a narcissist made? Somewhere along the line, someone, probably a parent, had hurt them emotionally really, really bad. So what did they do? They said, fuck that, I'm not going to go there. So they escape up into their left logical brain, and they close the door to their emotional system, to their feelings, to their emotions. So now they're up here in their logic, right? Technically it's here, but you view it through here, right? That's the narcissistic look. All right, guys, let's keep going down this yellow brick road so you can get to the end of it, so you can get out of this haunted house of mirrors, okay? Go to the next video and pay attention to how they put together the triangle of death. See you in the next video.